Lightspeed review number 60, set 10195. The Republic Dropship with AT-OT Walker is an iconic set and highly desired in the LEGO Star Wars community. But how does it actually hold up after 15 years, and is it worth the absurd prices it goes on the aftermarket? No to that latter one. Obviously. Let's start with the Walker, which to this day remains the only AT-OT LEGO's ever made, and it holds up relatively well. It definitely feels a tad unfinished and lacks a certain polish that more modern sets have, but it still fits right in with the rest of the early Clone Wars sets. It's not bad at all. Now, most of LEGO's troop transports don't really deliver on the transport aspect, but here we have seats for a whole 16 troopers, and you could even squeeze some standing around. The sides also have mounts for all 6 included troopers' blasters, and the back ramp can be deployed for minifig access in and out. The cockpit can be opened wide for easy access for the pilot, and can also be folded back to accommodate the main feature of the set. Lastly, the Walker also has a handy carrying handle, which can be locked in the extended position, again important for a bit later. Now the Dropship, also the only one LEGO's made, holds up a bit better out of the two builds, but it still has some unfinished feeling spots, especially at the back. Opening the cockpit reveals absolutely no kind of controls, which is a bit disappointing. Lifting open these lovely stickered panels reveals a storage space for some extra ammunition for the 2 flick-fire missile launchers located underneath each wing. The Dropship also has a hefty carrying handle, which it definitely needs because of its main function, being a dropship. To ready our ship for transport, you must simply pull on this Technic assembly, which will release and drop this axle with a bush, locking the mechanism open. Then we take our dropship above our transport-ready Walker and place that yellow bush directly above the carrying handle of the AT-OT, and let the handle simply push the bush out of the way, releasing the lock, and huzzah! You're now ready to lift off with your cargo. To release the Walker, simply pull back on the same assembly as when readying for transport, which will also automatically ready the dropship for another round. This and the V-19 are the reasons why the early Clone Wars sets were so great. Just fantastic play features. For figures, we have 6 regular Phase 1 troopers, 2 with rifles and the rest with basic blasters. They're good figures, even with their cursed faces. Included were also 2 Phase 1 pilots, 1 for each ship, and they're good too. Though I do wish LEGO had just gone and given them accurate helmets. Maybe someday. Overall, this was a great, but expensive playset. The builds hold up surprisingly well, especially the dropship. The main play feature is just plain amazing, and the figures, while very basic, are still good and appropriate. It's nice to get a decent amount of troopers with the transport itself. And then finally, the price. $250 at retail. Compared to the combined price of the gunship and ATT from the time, $210, this isn't awful, but I think $200, maybe $220 would have been a bit fairer. Still, 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts below, and like and subscribe for more.